By Martin Hill, who's leader of Lincolnshire County Council and the County Council's network devolution spokesman. Thanks for joining us. Do you share the experience that we heard there from Staffordshire?
Yes, very much so. And I think we very much welcome the very comprehensive and detailed reports that has been done, which went into quite a scientific basis. And it clearly shows that unless we're put on a more sustainable footing and actually more money is put into local governments, we'll be in trouble. And I think the report also shows that county councils in particular, first of all, have suffered most over the recent reductions in funding, and again, they are least able in the future to actually see the way through unless we get a sustainable amount of extra money over future years.
And we saw, obviously, in Staffordshire there in that report by Alex that community groups, to a certain extent, have been stepping up to provide services that the councils can no longer manage. Is that part of the answer?
Yes, I mean, for example, in Lincolnshire, we have a lot of voluntary run libraries now, and they do that sort of thing, and we also work with volunteers as well. But one of the cost pressures we're facing are adults and children with very complex needs, who have very difficult needs which actually need intensive support. That sort of thing can't be picked up by volunteers and has to be done by professional people doing a very difficult job for these people who fortunately are living much longer these days.
So if there's a very clear message that more sustainable funding is necessary, are you knocking at an open door in Westminster?
Well, I think the trouble is that obviously there's a comprehensive spending review, and other parts of government are, looking. Defence is an example where they're also looking for extra funding. But I think what government, accepts in many quarters that local government delivers very vital services to vulnerable people across the board, and it's very important that we've taken the largest share of the savings over the last nearly 10 years, and it is time now that sustainable extra resources are put into local government and county councils in particular.
Martin Hill, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.